go, Junior. They already know what time it is.
T-Bug Crawford.
Yeah.
What's going on, you guys? Yeah, I know it's another Spence Crawford video. I said I wasn't going to do any more announcement type videos, but this isn't an announcement type of video. I've been seeing where there's been this narrative that Spence allegedly said that he's going to be fighting November 19th with or without Terrence Crawford. And a lot of people are saying that it's Keith One-Time Thurman is going to be that guy for Errol Spence Jr. November 19th. But as we know in the past, Errol Spence said he wasn't never ever going to fight Keith One-Time Thurman. But moving past that, right? Because I heard about it, but it's like, you know what? I'm not even about to feed into it. Because people just saying anything, they saying everything, right? People just want to know what's going on with this fight. But Lance Pugmire, a pretty credible guy in the boxing world and in the sports world in general, he comes out and says this: don't bite to mention that Errol Spence Jr. is in any talks with Keith Thurman Jr. I'm told that he and Terrence Crawford camp still engaged. The interesting thing beyond that is that the bidding is competitive between the premier boxing networks. So, and I believe that WJ Luckett, salute to WJ Luckett, I believe he mentioned something about this when we was talking about the night of the Ruiz fight, when we was expecting that announcement on that Fox card. I believe he said something to the effect that Fox might be trying to get in on a fight. Something to that degree, right? And sure enough, this is what it's looking like, folks. That Fox and Showtime is at a bidding war. This fight with Spence and Crawford is done, from what I'm told. They're signed, but it's the bidding war between Showtime and Fox. And Al Heyman has to he has to deal with this, right? So now, after hearing this, I think this news right here sounds like it's most accurate, if you ask me. This is the reason why I came out with the video on it, because it sounds like it's highly likely the case. I don't think Spence or Crawford at this point will let this fight go. I don't think neither guy would want to just miss this big opportunity. This is a big fight for both fighters, and it's a huge fight for the sport, and it'll be a huge letdown if it didn't happen, and these guys know it. So I don't think that the fighters, I think they're already done. It's the networks is the problem. And now that Fox stepped in, and a lot of people over the years was speculating Fox was getting out of boxing, and Fox wasn't, but Fox put up couple of pay-per-views. They got the Ruiz pay-per-view, and I believe Wilder's fighting Helenius on Fox, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But so they still in boxing, but they haven't been participating in boxing throughout the year. So they probably got a lot of budget, a lot of money for this Spencer Crawford fight, and this is a big fight. And this is probably the fight that they really been wanting anyway. So now Showtime has to compete with Fox. It's not a battle between Spence and Crawford. It's a battle between Showtime and Fox. Now we know Steven Espinoza is the face behind the Showtime Sports, but I don't know who the guy is behind Fox Sports. I'm not sure. You don't ever see that guy. That's why I call Steven Espinoza the promoter of PBC, because he's doing all the leg work, and he's talking and kind of telling people what's going on with boxing from his standpoint. So yeah, we don't got a guy like that from Fox telling us what's going on. But this is really interesting indeed that the camp's still engaged, and the interesting thing beyond that is that the bidding is still competitive. Note that the bidding is competitive between the premier boxing networks, and we know who those networks are: Showtime and Fox. So I'm not quite sure anything else outside of that, right? The monies or anything like that. You got people still coming out here saying that Spence signed his side for the 8.5 and Crawford still wants 15. I mean, it's a lot of bullshit. Don't believe none of that shit. But this right here sounds like something that could potentially be holding up this fight. This is what I believe is the real hold up for this fight. It only makes sense, right? It only makes sense. And it's just a matter of time, though. They don't have too much time to be bidding. They don't got too much time to be playing. I mean, we've been waiting for this fight for a long time. They've been in negotiations for a long time. I mean, the negotiation process is probably going to be a lot harder than a fight for the fighters. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? But I mean, this is business. This is a huge fight for the sport. And now that Fox has allegedly stepped in, right? And then they say Crawford is with Bailey Sports as well. And I believe that's a Fox Sports type of thing, right? So yeah, it makes sense. It really makes sense that this could possibly be the real hold up for the reason why we haven't got an announcement for this fight. I do believe that November 19th is still the date. I do believe that's the date. It's just a matter of who's going to win this bidding war. It's really competitive, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins it, if this is what's really going on. You know, we're going to find out soon. I believe we're going to find out real soon if this was really the hold up, and who's going to come out the winner in this bidding war between Showtime and Fox. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.